Hey, I'm just gonna tell you, if you're not an adult, this video is not for you. There's cussing. Maybe not a lot, maybe a whole bunch. But if you can't handle it, just move on. All right, turn the water on, hot. Let me know if it gets hot. Or not hot water heater, instant water heater. So we'll see how that works out. Plus I got a descaler that I got to put in line with it. I've got to go get some fittings, so I'm going to get this out of the box and I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll go get the fittings and stuff that I got to get, and then we'll watch me put it in and see how good the damn thing works. Be back in a bit. All right, well, the packaging is fantastic. Up underneath the packaging I've got some books and some fittings right here, so I've got to see what's going on with that. I don't think that's gonna fit. I'm gonna have to get some fittings, so we'll see how that goes. Let's take this out of here. Oh Lord, hold on a second. All right, so there it is. Got a inlet cold water, outlet hot water. Power goes in down here, and as soon as I get power to it and water to it, I'll be back. Missing a button. Oh, there it is. The knob is in here. That is so nice. They packed the knob in the bag so it don't break. That's freaking awesome right there. Anyway, there we go. I'll be back when I get to putting it in. Thanks. Bye. All right, well, since I live in a 1980 mobile home, this is what it looks like inside. We wrapped this a few years ago to try to save a little energy. It didn't really work. But this is what it looks like inside of my hot water heater. We're going to drain it now because, you know, we got to do that. But I turned the power off about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes ago. Turned it off here and inside at the breaker box. And what I did was went ahead and ran all the hot water out of it so it don't kill my grass. So now we're gonna turn this on. I've got the bathtub open, so I'm gonna try to turn this so I can drain this. All right, well, that should theoretically start draining. Let's see if we get any water out of here. I'm not seeing any yet. Why are we not? I don't know why we're not draining. We should be draining. I don't see anything. No water draining whatsoever. Boy, that sucks. That really do suck. All right, let me figure out why we ain't draining water. Yeah, you have to disconnect the outline to let it get some air. I have the it's kind of weird because I have the bathtub open in there, so it really should have drained by itself. All right, so now let's let it pull some air. Ugh. There we go. Now it should drain out completely, and once it finishes draining water, pretty clear, not a whole lot of gunk coming out. Once it finishes draining, I'll take this other bottom hose loose here, and then what we have to do is use this and that one, and I've got to figure out if that's long enough or not. I'm not even 100% sure that's long enough. I really don't want to have to go back and get any more, but I'm gonna try to bend this and I'll be done in a second. Still draining, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack open the electrical here, because like I said, I've already disconnected the power in this spot and in the breaker inside, so both of them are disconnected, so I can come in here and do this with impunity, I think. But I'll probably go get my meter and test just to be sure. All right, so there's my ground. One leg and two legs, we should be good. Need to break these loose, snip these off right here, pull them back through, and be ready to hook them up to the other. Let's make sure that we're getting water out here. We are. It is steady draining. Can't drain much faster than that. All right, let's go get some stuff together and we'll get her done. All right, guys, what I had to do to go do my, this is a, and I'm gonna have to say this is gonna be a temporary installation because I'm gonna need to do some carpentry and some pipe cutting and all that other stuff to get the old hot water heater out in order to put this one in its place. We're gonna get this set up so that I can test it. So first thing I'm gonna do is take off this cover so I can see inside of this thing. Then we're going to start putting the fittings on, and I'll show you what I had to get. It looks like there's only a couple little bitty screws that hold this cover on. So, I mean, the unit feels, I mean, like I expected it to feel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Might have to go get a different screwdriver because this one ain't working. See if screw gun will take it out. Oh yeah, took it right out. Look at there. Perfect. Let me see if I don't think that comes off. I think this just slides off now. I think that's what it looks like. Maybe. Oh yeah, comes right off of there. If you want to see what the inside looks like, there it is. We got our 2 wires that come here. Here's our ground. So no big deal there. Black, red, ground. Easy peasy. Got 2 elements, which is fine, good to go. Looks like these are soldered in. So I'm gonna take this apart. We're gonna get started. What I had to get at Ace, because these are ferrule fittings, so once I put a little pipe dope on them, tighten those up, they're done. Then I'm gonna put a little pipe dope, put these 2 on, that's done. Then I'm gonna put this T on here. That's my inlet. Then this will fit right here. Then I'll have a nipple coming out that end. Both my hoses will connect and I'm good to go. It's just really wide, and I'm praying, I'm crossing my fingers that my hoses actually reach. So let's get the dope out and get her done, because that's what needs to happen right now. Oh, I had to buy the pipe dope too because I didn't have any. Excuse me, that's pipe thread compound. We always called it pipe dope when I used to wire boilers. Oh, and I also bought the electrical fitting here, so when I push my wires up, I can clamp my wires in and they stay where they're supposed to be. All right, let's get the dope open and get her done. First things first. Ooh, okay. We're not gonna need a lot, just to let you know. A little bit goes a long way. And this is a water fitting too, so I actually could have used just some straight up tape, but I like the pipe dope. Don't really need it on the cold, but on the hot, I like it better. All right, I got enough dope on there. So when I turn this on, we gotta make sure your ferrule's straight. When you turn this on right here, and you're not supposed to have to do this with a ferrule fitting. It's just extra insurance, because I read online that a lot of these things, people have problems with them leaking. Let's make sure my ferrule's straight. It is not. So we need to turn that a little bit inside of here. Make sure that your ferrule is straight before you tighten her down. Put your handy dandy adjustable wrench, crescent wrench to those of you that are like me and just call it by who invented the damn thing. Crescent wrench, tighten her up, and I'll tighten that other one down in just a second. Let's go ahead and get that sized up so I can hold that without breaking it. Make sure that you hold the one side while you're tightening the other. Do not, oh, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to use my pliers. That's too thick. Hopefully my pliers are not too thick. They are not. I can get a couple turns on there. Good deal. All right, that should do that. That piece is in there, ferrule straight. Good deal. Let's do the other side. And I know you can't see me putting pipe dope on here, but just believe me, that's all I'm doing. I can't help you can't see it. Actually, I can't. It's my fault you can't see it, but not changing it. All right, I put a little more on that one, like an idiot. All right, ferrule straight. Put you in there. Put your pinky in there. Put it on there and tighten her down. Make sure you keep your ferrule straight. If not, you'll be blocking your water flow. Just FYI. All right, somebody didn't bring napkins either. I'm supposed to have some blue ones somewhere. I got a towel. That'll work. I don't know, they're supposed to be out here, but they're not. Anyway. All right, pliers again. Hold it. Get the right one. One that's already adjusted. Come on. Make it a little bigger. There we go. That way it ain't so difficult. These don't, you don't have to crank these down. I mean, you gotta be tight, but you know, you don't want to break stuff off either. Alright, so we got piped up, we got a ferrule. Oh yeah, I think we're good there. We'll check it when we get her on there. Alright, so now we got these. The bushing. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing major. A little more pipe dope. Like so. Tighten her down. Alright, so now this process goes continuously until I get it the way I want it. I'm going to tighten this down, put this on here, put my nipple in here. Everything's ready to go. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, well, it's all done up. Now we got to take the pipe dope around there, hook my two hoses up right here, and then I'm going to set this up without ever putting power to it. I'm going to set this up in there and just hang it and make sure that I'm not leaking anywhere that I shouldn't be. It means I got to put this in it and the filter in it. I dropped my towel over here, but that should be all I need. So anyway, let me go get my wife and see if she'll do the honors of filming this, or I can set up the tripod. I might just set up the tripod. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it so you can see it, but I got to be able to work in here, and this is gonna be rough. This is really fucking tight. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna have to go get another hose, a longer hose. Yeah, I'm gonna need a longer hose to come out of there and go into here. And you come out of here, and that's fine. I can hook you up. Not a problem. Also gonna have to figure out some way to hang this before I worry about doing all that. All right, so let's do that. Let's get this on the board, get the board secured in here somehow. Let me see. It's gonna have to be back there and over there. All right, and you will go there, but I'm gonna need a longer hose to go over there. Much longer. So let me go get that and I'll be back. Well, I had to go back to Ace. My hose wasn't long enough. Story of my life. So I went and got a nipple and another hose, which should give me plenty of room to do what I need to do here. At least I'm hoping it does. So we're gonna put this right in here, like so. And once we get this done, we'll take the wires loose here. And once I get the wires loose and out of here, I've got to build a plate thing that goes across here that will let me mount. And I'm going to try to mount this back here. Hopefully I can slide the plywood up underneath here and get all that done. All of it, I think I should have plenty to do. But first things first, I had to go. My hose wasn't long enough. Story of my life. So we got a new hose. So let's get this put on here and tightened down. And that should give me the room that I need to do my thing. Now, as I've said, or maybe I didn't, I was telling my wife, this is not the permanent mount for this, because I do, once I see that it's going to do what I want it to do, I want to take this out and redo the piping so that it comes up and goes where it's supposed to. I'd like to actually take it inside the house. Can't do this where it's at, and I'm sorry if the camera angle is not really great. It's not really great anyway, so I'm gonna hold this one down here. The original hose I'm gonna hold down here. Tighten all this down on top of it. And see, all of these have rubber O-rings in them, so they really shouldn't leak regardless of the pipe dope or no. But I just want to make sure. All right, there's that. Now, that will give me enough that I can get you maybe into there. Here, let's get this added. Oh, don't break pipe. Please, please, please. I heard the pipe cracking. Oh crap, that's gonna suck so bad if I crack the pipe. Please, I'll check it. Maybe it won't leak. Crap, please don't leak. Son of a bitch. I can't have that. I can't afford it. And I really don't want to go to Ace again. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I hate these friggin' hoses right here. I don't know why they got all this crap on the inlet hose. Anyway, let's go get something and put this together. I'll be right back. All right, I made this little simple mount for now. We're gonna see. Hopefully I didn't bust my pipe a while ago. I'm hoping like hell I didn't. But we're gonna have to get this in there. It should fit. Oh yeah, there we go. Go back where we belong. Come on, get in there. There you go. All right. Perfectamundo. That is exactly where I want to be, right there. So let's get a couple screws drove in here. Try to kind of, sort of get that behind the ground there. Uh-oh, come on now. All right, there's one. I'm gonna put one over here. And I'm hoping like hell. All right, I'll bring some more back here in a minute. That should get me where I want to be. Hopefully, I can get that screwed onto that pipe. And then this one, I'm hoping like hell, will go over the top here and go in there. Oh yeah, we got plenty there. Then I'll just kind of fix all of that. All right, let me go get the template and the thing, and I'll... All right, I used the template and put a couple screws in there. Sorry, I forgot to turn the damn camera on, but this should work. I'm hoping that I can get these two screws there. Now, that screws right onto there. I'll put some pipe dope there, and then I'm gonna have to try to get this down. Oh yeah, that'll work like a champ right there. Perfect, that way I don't have any. Then I can turn this right here, get my thing on. Yeah, that's all perfect. Wires come up underneath the bottom, cut off right there. As long as I didn't break a pipe, I'm good to go. Let me go. Well, I don't even need to go. I got it right here. Let me get the pipe dope on here, stick it back on here, and see what we got. All right, so let's take the pipe dope and put it generously around as much as I can. Right there. Now, when I put that on there, I'm hoping that I can get this straight and not cockeyed. No cross threading, buddy. Of course, I'm gonna get pipe dope all over my finger, trying not to. All right, crescent wrench, adjustable wrench, whatever you want to call it. Then I'm gonna go get the thing here, and we're gonna turn the water on once I get this done, before I ever put wire to it. And then, once I put wire to it, then we'll go turn the breaker on inside. We'll come back out here, turn the water on inside, come back out here, or turn the water off, and I'll get Regina to stay in there. All right, there's one. Now let me go get the filter right here and get that put on there. That way I can see if it's in the way, if I got to turn this a little bit, how I got to do. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Ow, god dang, that hit my foot. So I've got to somehow or another, let me see if my pliers, I can turn that a little bit. I've got to turn it out just a little bit because I've got the, oh, come on, just turn just a touch. I don't need much, just a little. Son of a buck. See if I can get on here with this. Just need to hold that just a touch. I don't need much, just a little. Oh, there we go, right there. And now I should be able to get my descaling thing into here. Get it pretty straight. What the crap? Get in there like you're supposed to. There you go. All right, so now that's in there. And it's got a rubber O-ring on it, so it won't be too bad. Let's get some dope on this end. That I should be done with the pipe dope. Now let's see if we can get you onto here. That's gonna be the fun part, right? Yeah, there we go. Just jack that up a little bit and I can coax this on there straight. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Showing my age. Now, if everything goes right and nothing is friggin' broke or leaking, we should be able to turn this water on right now. Right here, right now. And we should have no leaking. But I do hear water flowing. I'm looking. I'm gonna go in there and turn the water off and I'll be right back. All right, I told my wife to turn off the water in the tub and I don't see any leakage right now. Thank you, Lord. Ain't that awesome? All right, so let me get these wires undone. I'm gonna go get my meter, test for hot wire or anything right here. Then I'll get the wires run up through here because I've got my connector here. I'll run the wires up through here. I will get them connected, and then we will go turn the breaker on. We'll put the cover on. We'll do all that stuff. Put the knob on, and we'll see what we got. I'll be right back. All right. Well, here's the deal. I don't care who you are. Experienced electrician, friggin' experienced plumber. You've been doing whatever forever. Okay. Check to make sure there ain't no damn live wire. Because it's 240 volts, and I know you're not super likely to die, but you could. All right, so I'm gonna put the ground up here on the negative. Put that there. I've got zero on that. That could be a 120 line, but I've got 0. So let's take this other side off over here. The other side of the 220. And let's go across there. I've got 0 again. Go between these two. Shouldn't have a damn thing there. I've got nothing. So I am completely off here. I can cut those wires, take that a little bit loose right there. Hopefully I can get to it with a damn screwdriver. Some dummy put something in their way. No. Okay, baby. Yeah, I don't need you right now. There we go. Just turn the fitting a little bit so you can get to it. Taking my wire loose right here. Now I'm going to cut that ground wire because I cannot get to it to get the screwdriver off, to get the screw off. The other two were wire nutted, so that's cool. And then I should be able to just clip them off. Oh, I dropped my screwdriver. All right. But it's 6-gauge wire, so I don't know if, oh dang, that was like a bullet coming off there. I don't really need that. All right, there. Cut you off. Get closer. There you go. All right, now let's cut the ground off up as close as possible up here. All right, so the ground wire is cut off. All of it's cut off. So now let's straighten all these out. Like I said, I cut the breaker off, plus I've got an extra. I put a timer on this years ago, and we had so many kids, and you know, some of them would get up and take showers in the morning, some of them would get up or do it at nighttime. We just couldn't agree on a time, so I just took the timer back off. So I gotta get this wire out of here, that out of there. Now let's get this around here, get it down, get it around. Now I've got my fitting up here. And I know it ain't perfect, but you know what? It will do. I want to get these wires up through here. Do this correctly. I'm not gonna cut a lot off because I may need to go back into the thing there. So I'm gonna leave that right there, and then I will get this done. Well, yeah, I got plenty. All right, so there's my ground wire. I can go ahead and take that off of there. Let's get this tied together, my ground. Gotta be careful with these. Make sure you're making good contact, like so. And then get that out of the way. And I mean completely out of the way. All right, so now I need to strip. That's still in my way, a little. Not too bad. I'll get it out of the way in a minute. All right, let's put the white in first. I'm just gonna strip me a little bit off right here. And I do have some better wire strippers. All my 3D peeps will recognize these. These do come in handy. They do come in handy. All right, let's get you in there. Come on now. All right, I see you. You are right where you need to be. Get in there. Just like that. Stop dropping the screwdriver. I will tell you, if this don't work like I want it to, the hardest part for me is going to be getting this hose back on there and no leaks. Because I can actually just take this loose here, put it back on the bottom, take that loose and put it back on the top, rewire it, and we're right back in business. And that's the main reason, other than the way that they ran the pipes like idiots, for me doing what I'm doing. I dropped that screwdriver on my foot while ago and I'm bleeding. But hopefully, if all goes well, and I don't have any way to test, so I'm not going to be able to sit here and show you that my water is 120, 130 degrees. I don't have a way to test that right now. I'll have to come back and do that a little later. All right. All right, that is tight, that is tight, that is tight. That should be good. Let's go get the cover and the button. I'll be right back. All right, it says this thing can't get wet and it can't get splashed, and you got to have it in a place where can't no bugs get to it. I'm sorry, I live in Florida. There's not a place here that bugs can't get to. I'll tell you right now. I don't know who you are. If you think that's a fact or it ain't a fact, come to Florida. There's nowhere bugs can't get to. And the spiders have made this their home. I'm gonna do the best I can to keep it like it should be. I am still tightened up here with no leaks. I have 0 leaks here. All right, where's the other? Oh, it's way over there. Lord of mercy. All right, there's that right there. All right, guys, the battery died. Sorry about that. I got the breaker on inside. We are ready to go. We have, it says S100, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's turn this up. I'm gonna turn it up to 118. And that is it. Now I'm gonna leave it. All right, turn the water on, hot. Yep. She's turning the hot water on. It just come on. It said 118. Seems to be, I can't hear it, but let me know if it gets hot. It's showing its on. She said it's hot, so we're gonna go check it out. All right, you can cut it off. All right, and it went right back off again. Let me take this in the house, and we'll go check it out in the sink, and I'll see what we got. Okay. That's hot enough, ain't it? Or do you need it hotter? I can turn it up. I mean, you don't need your shower no damn hotter than that. Or wash dishes. That should be good. Ooh, that's getting hotter.
Yeah, it does. It gets hotter.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna go test out the bathtub, make sure it can keep up with the bathtub wide open, and if it does that, we're good to go. And I'll close this out in a little bit. All right, that was a friggin' ordeal, but let me tell you, be prepared when you go to put this in. All right, I had to go back to Ace. I showed you all the parts, but I had to go back to Ace. I had to get another loop. I'll go out here and take the cover off. I didn't want to because it's a bitch to put back on in this 1980 mobile home. But I'll go take the outside off and I'll show you what I ended up with. And I'm gonna redo this. Just know that. This is not the final. This is just getting it working. All right. Hate that, but that's the way it is. All right, so let me turn the camera around here and you can see what we got. All right. Got me a little mount made here. It ain't the sturdiest thing, but it works pretty good, okay? Oh, that's hot. Son of a bitch. Dumbass. Anyway, filter in. I had to go buy this hose and another nipple down here, all right? Also, here's my wire from inside the house that I was using, all right? The breaker inside the house ain't strong enough. It's a 60 amp breaker, but it's a 1980 60 amp breaker. Luckily, I didn't crack my pipe when y'all heard me crack it earlier. Thank goodness. Now I'm just not gonna move this for a while until I get ready to cut this off and just redo the whole entire thing and mount this inside where I can get to it and keep it from out of here. But anyway, so we got, I didn't have any 6 gauge wire, which is this. This is 6 gauge wire that was going to my old hot water heater, which doesn't really make any shit sense since this is friggin', what is this? 12-2? That's 12-2. Nope, 10-2. 10 gauge wire there. So you got 6 feeding it, 10 inside of it. Makes no sense. Anyway, I happen to have this 4 gauge cable laying around, okay? So I went and I got the 4 gauge cable, I drilled a hole through and I ran it up underneath the house and I cheated. I'm not gonna show you what I did. Anyway, it's hooked to a 60 amp breaker in my box. We're not showing that on YouTube like a dummy. Anyway, so there we go. EcoSmart 11 hooked up, and let me tell you what. We cannot run, because our water runs about 6, 7, 8 gallons a minute, so we cannot turn our hot water on wide open. We never do anyway. We always turn it on like half open. So at about 3 gallons a minute, this thing will scald your ass at 125. All right? So we're good at 125 as long as you turn the hot halfway open and then give yourself a little bit of cold to balance that out, because you don't want 125 hitting you, and if you do, you're a sadist. Okay, so anyway, it is installed, it is working on 4 gauge wire. Make sure that you have everything you freaking need, and I mean that. Plan it out over a couple days. I got this in today. It came in the mail today. I did not let it sit. I didn't go to Ace early. I didn't plan this out at all. This was spur of the moment. Bought it yesterday, got it today. It is inside running my house, because the way it was our 1980 water heater, probably half full of scale. You had to take a shower, then wait an hour before anybody else could take a damn shower. So it's in there. It's hooked up, it's ready to go. We can take showers one right after the other. Oh, one more thing. I did try to get away with running a 12-3 wire or 12-4 wire over here. No, don't do it. Okay, The run is not 25 foot, not even 25 feet. And I ran the shower for about 8 minutes and the wire was hot to the touch. Okay, do not do it. And you can say, well, it's copper, it should. No, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Get some of the right size wire. I just happen to be lucky and have about 40 feet of friggin' 4-gauge wire that we had left over from running the camper and stuff. So I had plenty of wire. It's wired into a 60 amp breaker with 4-gauge wire. That's overkill, okay? It is good to go. Yeah, we can take a shower. It don't dim the lights when you turn on the shower. It don't do any of that. It's not drawing too much power. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And we are friggin' awesome. EcoSmart 11, okay? I would say I'm in North Florida, and I would say that this thing is giving me about 3 gallons a minute. Maybe 3.5, maybe 3.5. I think that if I go and turn the shower on halfway and then turn the sink on in the kitchen, it's not gonna keep up. We never do that anyway. We're cognizant of when people are in the shower because we've lived with this old water heater for so long. We're used to, oh, she's in the shower, I'm not washing dishes. She's in the shower, I'm not washing clothes. And pretty soon she's gonna be out. So it's just gonna be me and my wife. And then we won't have to worry about it at all. So, anywho, that's gonna be a wrap up. If you like this video, you'd like me to do more of these videos, I've got bunches and bunches of projects coming along. We're gonna be doing a dog pen here shortly with an electronic doggy door that goes into the pen. That way when we go on trips or whatever, we've got a feeder that's 10 days worth and a waterer that's about 6 or 7 days worth. So we could actually go on a 7-day vacation and not have to worry about our dog having food and water. But we got to give some way for her to get out of the house to use the bathroom and still be pinned up. So we're gonna do a pen with an electronic doggy door. Probably the next project that I've got going. And I'll have to cut a hole in the wall and all that. So it's gonna be a good one. If you like that idea, leave me a comment. Tell me, you know, if I screwed something up on this and you say you're a dumbass, then do it. Leave me a comment. I don't care. This is not the best thing in the world, but you know what? If you're doing this yourself and you're not a plumber or an electrician, this is what you're gonna friggin' do, just like I did. Again, thank you for watching Kuntry 3D. Leave us a thumbs up, share the video. I mean, damn, tell your friends, look at this idiot. And see what we can do. But until next time.